les gars, on se retrouve dans ce live. Et on va regarder la FNCS qui commence aujourd'hui. On va aller regarder que ça je peux avoir la récompense et on va partir sur Fortnite. On va partir sur Fortnite, mais on va regarder en même temps ça. On va faire quelques build, on va faire des rencontres, tout ça là. Mais d'abord, on va regarder qui se passe aujourd'hui. On est parti.
Some of the games from yesterday, I don't think there's anything major. You know, let's not act like they don't know how to play the game. Of course they do, it's Fenno and Tayson, but there's some small things I think have been getting in the way from them, and I think as soon as they can harmonize, get on the same page, the results will start to show.
Can I ask a cheeky question, Levin? Do they have a coach at the moment?
Yes, they do. They do, coached by BloodX.
BloodX. Okay. Maybe BloodX needs to have some words and get them on the same page. I mean, they've got the best coach in the game. So I'm sure if they get through to those grand finals, we're going to see some excellent performances from them. And we had excellent performances from Pjawa and Vexy yesterday. They came so close to taking not one but two victory royales in here.
Cosma, Pouchin, Active, Vexy 23. Place 8ème, élimination 15, placement au total, purée. Et ça c'est en duo.
And it's just, I don't know, we're going to see what they do today. They're uncontested today as well, so they can make those similar moves for endgames. Just find more medkits, guys.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because you look at the games and there wasn't really much to criticize. I think fundamentally everything was really spot on and the setups were definitely there. I almost feel bad saying, yeah, just hope you find more medkits. I think maybe in some situations, trying to be a bit more proactive and take more control and just actually like thin the lobby out yourself. I think in these kind of lobbies, what we're seeing is that everybody's a lot more passive because everybody's trying to play for the medkits.
Ah ouais, ça fait très lourd des dégâts ça.
Topped out the rest of their mats on mid ground and then look to heal off where maybe you actually just say take control of low a bit. Maybe, you know, instead of just trying to stay in the mix and then use your medkits, actually take control of one of the higher or lower layers and see what you can get from there. Ultimately though, Frank, I don't think they need to change much. They are a very good duo and they deserved a win yesterday and I think they'll get one today.
Even if they don't get a win today, because they have shown so much consistency, if they are able to play well today, and then we'll see them in the upper bracket tomorrow.
Je vous conseille les gars à aller vers la map de FNCS parce qu'aujourd'hui on peut regarder et vous obtenez une récompense en même temps. Je vous conseille de le faire. Ah ouais, les deux champions du monde. On peut les applaudir les gars. Place 9, ils ont fait 14 kills. Sans 5 minutes. 9 minutes. Ah ouais. Ah ouais, sur Twitch, putain.
I think this is a duo that could really work out quite well. I think at the moment they're trying to look for height a lot. They're trying to develop that height dynamic, and more often than not, it is actually paying off for them. It's just trying to close out the game at the moment for them.
Ah, ça va bientôt commencer dans 2 minutes. Ça, c'est une bonne balle. Ah ouais. En FSS, tu dois pas jamais louper une balle à un moment donné.
I think you'd be right to say that, you know, you look at the few teams that have the potential to take height, they're definitely one of them. It's been a theme for them throughout this season. I disagree with you on one thing slightly, and I think with Flixie, I don't think he's in any way up and coming. I think he's been here, right? We've seen Flixie the past year, and we know what he is as a quantity, and I think Janice has definitely helped to enhance that. I think they're a really good combination. Probably a dark horse team in general, so I definitely think we'll see them come grand finals, and I'm with you, Minnie. I think they'll pick up a win today as well.
Levin, how many FNCS grand finals has Flixie won?
He hasn't won any, unfortunately.
And how many has Janice won?
He's won quite a few, to be fair, quite a lot, yeah.
I rest my case. That's all I'm saying. Before we do
I
go
don't know what your
into
case
game
was.
number, my case was that Janice is a very well-known, experienced player, and Flixie, we haven't seen him achieve his full potential yet. But we started to see him get in there last year, and I think we're going to see him get there this year now that he's got that experienced leader in Janice on his side. That's all I'm saying. But are you saying that they are the duo you most expect to get a victory royale tonight?
La première game va bientôt commencer, dans 30 minutes.
Most expect. I think there's still a couple names in there that you'd maybe look at and go, I'd give them a bit more of an edge. But
Je vais tout expliquer et après la première game va commencer.
Yeah, I agree. I do think they'll get a win though. I think it'll be on height, and yeah, I think Cammy and Seti, teams like that we haven't mentioned today, they're definitely a duo that will get a win today as well. It's just all about timing for those guys.
Great. Who's got the keys to the battle bus? No. Oh. Well, this is slightly awkward. Was it my job?
Il regarde à côté.
Hopefully, Jacob PR and Takata got a spare because we need to kick off game number 1.
La première coupe. Takata et Jacob Post. Et c'est eux qui vont tirer dans la compétition.
But the keys have been found, the bus driver is ready, and so is the game. Let's get right into the action.
Ah ouais, quoi?
Today there's 20 that competed in the upper bracket yesterday, and
On peut pas faire pause. Ah oui.
coming straight in.
Ah oui. Ah ouais. Ah ouais, purée. Oh, oh, oh. Les spawns. C'est... Ah mais des fois il peut voir le lama je pense. Non il peut pas voir. Ah des fois il spawn dans un endroit au hasard pour avoir des loots. Parce qu'il a des petits bâtiments aléatoires de la map et c'est ça pourquoi Ah oui c'est ça. Ouais, j'ai compris. On continue.
Chulex and Chicho. Even though this is an off-spawn battle, it is contested. They may not even contest each other in terms of engaging in that actual fight. They know how important the stakes are today and how crucial it is to win a game and advance to the grand finals and not have to go through upper or lower bracket round 3 tomorrow.
Look, there is experience, but there's also 8 duos that are looking to compete in their first FNCS finals that qualified up from the lower bracket yesterday. So they will have to show what they're made of and see if they've put in the work to make it happen.
Yeah, every season I'm kind of looking for that player to rise the occasion.
Et les autres adversaires en haut.
Single region, but I said Pablo and Bevy might look.
Oh, il se mange une trop de grosses balles. Oh, son coéquipier est mort. Et wow. Ils ont tenu les premiers points.
Great defensive nature as well. They're able to take that one with ease.
This is huge for Pablo and Bevies. They now have all of Hazy Hillside alongside the boost from the drones in the area to loot up everything that they need to have a powerful endgame. But at Ritzy, Rivera, Vision, Marco, they have more work to do.
Yeah, they're experts as well, though. They've been in this situation before. They had 2 victory royales in the lower bracket yesterday. Different style of lobby, I will say. A little bit more open format instead of a closed lobby, but at least they've shown that they can win games against some of the best players in the region. They just got to be able to do it within these next 5 games and not get down on themselves mentally if things don't work out.
Looking back at Janice now. Has got himself into an early game engagement as well. Does have the elevation advantage here. 41 materials as well to work with, so they're not in complete danger currently. Already have an Elam on the board as well, but do they want
Il avait une bonne balle. 30.
Like, of course they want to be able to.
Ah oui, le glitch.
Fights where they got that damage. You see Flixie with another angle. As soon as Janice closes the distance, he said, "Nah, let's disengage. Let's keep looting up." There is 8.
Et vous dire les gars. Fortnite regarde plus les FNCS que les tweets que Fortnite que les communautés de Fortnite donnent. Je veux dire qu'il a des bugs ou qu'il y a un problème, tout ça là. Là, Fortnite il regarde pas le tweet, il regarde le live de FNCS qui un des personnes qui fait le glitch. Fortnite intervient direct et après ça dégage direct. Je suis sûr il va avoir le gagnant. C'est la même personne, je suis sûr. Ou c'est quelqu'un d'autre, ça va bien. On continue.
Difficult to be in this situation for both duos who so far up north. If the zones continue to pull south, it can make it incredibly difficult to get your rotate through. You can get staggered and it kind of continues going throughout the rest of the match, so you really want to finish these engagements as quickly as possible.
Yeah, especially since you already see towards Class E courts, there's another team hearing all this action, getting a little nosy, seeing what's going on. Is this something I can take part in? And as this fight continues, Perhao and Vexy looking like they're getting a little dry on those materials, and they can't even go over to farm more, so they're kind of stuck in this position, waiting for both Tino and Uguay to kind of drop down, get into their hands, or that blessing of a third party who's creeping so close. But even them, they're getting threatened by a fourth party right behind them towards Class E courts.
The issue here for Perhao and Vexy is they
Oh, le mauvais erreur, sans observer son ennemi.
from Uguay and his duo partner with the good amount of ammunition, which is making them run out of materials, and eventually they're just not going to be able to build. But with the third party coming through, it looks like Perhao and Vexy have been saved.
Yeah, that blessing in disguise. You don't know how bad you want a third party to come in and just cause so much distraction until it happens. Marius and Sangil trying to chase down what they think is a solo, and you got to manage it to be so. There's already one elimination onto Marius, a good amount of damage, but they go ahead and let that player escape, because right now you see right in front of them the forecast tower. This is so impactful for a team being able to win the game, because you constantly see the next zone. You're being able to stay ahead of the game in terms of rotations.
This is huge. Having it so early on, just one elimination is what it took to claim it, and now with that boost in knowledge in terms of the zones, they are going to be more than prepared to continue on.
Just trying to look around here, and that's a very, very successful situation for them to be in. As they pause, they're going to be in there until that forecast tower spawns, and even though they pushed off another team, Pink and Vico, Hero and Kuduo, they don't have that luxury. Both of these teams have been known to overstay in a lot of these situations and try to fight for what is about to spawn, and that's the NPC that's going to give you the card to the forecast tower. It's really going to be right in the middle between both of these players.
Deja vu is what I'm feeling right now. Game 1.
Ah, ça c'est bien que... Ah, mais c'est pas bête, qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
It didn't go their way. Can they turn the tables today and come out on top?
That's what they're looking to do. Isolated, Reckless Wellway's not too far behind.
Il ferme...
Have been able to claim the card,
Attendez.
depending on...
Il ferme le personnage, il le tue, il prend sa carte, il lui met tout ça, et dans les FNCS, que vous prenez une carte et vous le mettez dans la machine, ça apporte plus de points. Ça c'est bien.
Eyeing the decisions, peeking through a lot of these builds. Nobody really wanted to give up and disengage, because that makes you susceptible to so many shots, considering they're on the top of a hill. Not the highest mountain in the game, but it gives whoever stays there the longest a little bit of advantage if they try to disengage.
Look, the issue here is, like I said, I'm getting memories from yesterday, and either they finished these engagements very quickly, but the times that they didn't, they took so long to finish it off that the storm ended up closing. They used all the materials, they used all their shields, and there wasn't even really a winner that came out of this engagement. Pink and Vico might have realized that. They put in the work and decided it's not even worth it to stay here anymore. We're wasting time.
You see just immediate disengage while they had that opportunity to do so, push them back away from that forecast tower. And this is one of those situations where you don't want to lose the forecast tower, but exactly what you were talking about. Yesterday showed that a lot of these players get aggressive in certain situations. That was one of them when we saw them go down. And a lot of players learning from their mistakes, and that's why experience playing in the upper bracket yesterday is so pivotal versus those who had to go through the open style of games, which was the lower bracket.
Laha Yepko now already positioned up out of their drop spot on a close area, which has that kind of good amount of elevation, that line of sight through the surrounding areas of all the duos that are going to be rotating now in this second zone, opening up those opportunities to take those shots, get those tags without risking anything.
It's not as much of a risk in the early game. As you can see, a lot of open space, and a team that I was waiting to see. I was wondering how we were going to see them as well. Misha and Tini, they've been known for so many many of their tricks, and you heard the devs kind of break it down. Mini miners specifically hiding on top of.
Ça va, il a de la chance de mériter un dégât.
Trying to sneak up on teams, doing the same with caches, and it's shown success. They qualified for the global championship, landing at over 6 different drop spots to make it there. But I think since then, a lot of these players, a lot of teams, especially the ones landing around them, are taking notice of those tricks, and so they're not as impactful as they once were.
Luckily, didn't take too many shots from their opponents. I like that they're going around to the edge of Storm here. They're trying to get more to the north side, as there's going to be a lot more duos rotating out from the south, and they kind of want to stay away from that congested side of zone.
You see, this is where a lot of those weapon caches are going to come out. And for those of you guys who don't know, you see a lot of teams boxed up on the edge, and you can see it there in the minimap. Since the weapon cache spawns equal distance between two teams, and in these stack lobbies more times than not, the edge of the zone is where a lot of the players congregate to try to get their position, which is why the weapon caches spawn primarily on those edges. And you can see they're going to capture theirs, but there's one more not too far from them, so they're going to be littered around. So don't be surprised if peek off, veer off from their actual direction to try to find those caches.
Pourquoi tu fais ça, moi? Ah, je pense que j'ai compris, je peux prendre du métal.
It looks like they spent a good amount of time finishing up their loot path, getting everything they need for the rest of this match, but rotating directly up from fencing fields, basically dead center up north. It's going to cause them, like mentioned earlier, to get into that side of the zone, which is going to be a bit more congested, but not having any eliminations. They might want to be on that side. It's going to open up more options to take those shots and get damage.
Oh, anti-fight. Un replay. Ah oui, mais c'est un replay. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? De quel ils l'ont vu? De quel il l'a vu? Ah non. Oh, c'est une bonne balle ça.
Otherwise, depending on your position on the leaderboard, it's go again in day 3 of the upper or lower bracket.
I'm hoping the best for Veno and Tayson. I got a pretty good feeling today that they might be able to make something happen, but it looks like
son coéquipier il vient. Ah, le distraire, j'ai compris. Que le génie, ce gars-là.
They've secured the combat cache, they've secured the loot they need. You can even see Perhawa there, Vexy creeping on in.
Almost makes me like wonder. They're looking in that direction. They're probably seeing if they can go for their own weapon cache, because a lot of teams might not have the best loot. And for Perhawa and Vexy, they do have a good loadout, but it's about packing that extra punch. Venom almost takes the bait. They see he's by himself. Vexy's going to be the one to lead the charge. Perhawa is
oh, la balle de tout au fond. Je sais pas combien de minutes. 23 minutes. Oh, je vais bientôt le faire. Je vais bientôt le faire. Les lits qui viennent d'apparaître, les gars. Ça va tous se jouer à ça, les gars. Ah, il y a un adverse qui, dans l'endroit de la faille. Ah, elles ont juste 8 points, ça va.
Don't know what our surge is like. We might try to take it, but with no peaks that let them know it's still possible. They're just trying to rotate to the slower side of the zone. The zone did close from the top part of the map.
Ah, pour voir le nombre de constructions qu'il a fait. Il a construit 135. Ouais, ça fait beaucoup. Un replay, ouais. Oh, c'était pas mal. Oh, elle a bien rushé, les gars. Rentrez bien dans sa box.
visuals, there's the audio in general. You can hear that thing coming. The crash pad, not so much. It's easy to sneak up on a couple players just like that, catch them off guard, and send them back to the lobby with quickness. Kind of think that that solo
Dommage. Ah oui, les dommages sont plus élevés parce qu'ils ils sont encore beaucoup trop. Ils sont combien au total? 70. Ils en sont mis qu'au score là.
Like you said, now is the time to kind of figure out, you know, how they're going to set them up or set themselves up for success for that 8th zone when it gets smaller and smaller to have to kind of conserve as many materials and mats as they can as the zones go on. But for the players that are just
ah, le nombre de constructions qu'il peut utiliser à un moment donné. J'ai compris maintenant. Il peut utiliser 62 de constructions. Ça veut dire avant que ces construits soient épuisés. Putain, j'ai pas rêvé, ils sont en train de faire équipe.
Unless you're ready to fight. 75 below the damage threshold though. He has to stay consistent trying to grab these opportunities because they don't have any heals. They cannot out heal this first set of Storm Surge, so they're going to be forced to go into a box against Tina and Mishi. There goes the first shot, traded back and forth, shield getting drained off. First one's going to get dropped, but it's only going to be a trade. Belusi goes back in for seconds, takes him down, sends Misha and Tini back to the lobby, but it comes at a cost because they're so far at the edge of zone with teams still looking in their direction.
Huge way to finish off that engagement. Normally, when you're in this situation and your duo partner goes down and you have to pick him up, you want to expand, you want to make sure you have as much real estate as possible in the surrounding area to be able to pick up your teammate without getting lobby focused. But
il n'a pas beaucoup de points de vie. Un coup de balle de pompe sans mort.
From the engagement that went down, and it worked out well as he picked him up before the Predators had time to attack.
Une balle de pont, ce sera fatal.
Sure that the covers are there, so even if they do get boxed up, they have an escape plan. As Jerdy continues to fire shots in that direction, trying to push them off the loot, and as soon as they see there's really nothing here for them to grab, not Storm Surge, not fight, or any extra
Oh, tu peux pas utiliser tes possibilités, il est bête.
This is going to be a little bit of a far pull for them, bypassing Lavish Layer, so they have to go now.
Conchap, we saw them earlier on.
Il lui a mis un mur, on ne sait jamais. Ouais, il se casse. Casse-toi, casse-toi, casse-toi. Il est tout seul. Baisse les 4, moi. Son coéquipier, il est dead. Ah, pauvre. Oh, la chance qu'il a. Ah non, c'est son pote, lui. Ah, il est là, putain. Heureusement. Je vais lui mettre 30 minutes. Ah, non, 28.
Side by side, Demas is the one taking a lot of those shots, but Chap again, he's more worried about getting into zone than anything else.
Look, I said they might not go for eliminations, but the aggression I'm seeing from Chap, I don't know, it kind of looks like he wants something more. He's a little hungry. He wants to feast on these opponents that are rotating in, but 169.
Ah, il y a un adversaire qui arrive. Ah non. J'ai rêvé ou quoi? Ah ouais, non, j'ai pas rêvé. J'ai regardé la rediffusion que j'ai regardé. Non, j'ai pas rêvé.
So they're barely above that threshold, so they still know they need to look for shots, just like Blaha and Yapko. They have Pixie in their lines of sight. A couple of shots are going to get through, but none of them able to connect just yet. But Yapko's persistence is going to climb them well above that Storm Surge threshold for now. But you can see this whole side of the zone is just cluttered with players who have to make a rotation. So this isn't going to be the easiest one for anybody involved.
No, the side we're seeing right now is one of the more difficult sides to rotate through, especially if you don't have enough mobility items to assist you on the rotation. All the duos now that are based up, even the ones around Rift Island,
Et bien Pink qui sont là.
Are going to be taking shots. So even if you can kind of use the rotation of a player in front of you that's going to be building and taking those shots first, it could be enough to make it in without any scratches.
Ah, il a raté comme moi la dernière fois, je m'en souviens bien. Oh.
37 above. It's at least a feeling, an inkling of comfortability. comfortability knowing they can keep moving forward, not really have to worry about the teams behind him, but he's still, that information is vital. Even if you're not going to go ahead and get the shots, his Pixie's there, Neb's eye drop above the bridge, everybody being congested underneath the bridge was going to make it harder and harder to stay alive.
Ah, il est tombé sur l'autre.
Even ending up almost in the same box momentarily, but that's
Mais mon ref, il savait même pas. C'est encore 60. Oh là là. Il a un dans la zone, tu fous de ma gueule. Storm Sur activé. La zone activée. Pumo. Ah non, c'est la super zone. Ah ouais. Alors, vous comprenez pas, ça veut dire quoi une super zone? Vous en fichez. Une super zone, c'est une zone deux fois beaucoup plus puissante. Ça veut dire il va te mettre des éclairs dans ta gueule quand t'es dans la zone, mon ref. Ça veut dire que tu t'approches un petit bout de la zone. Voilà, comme ça. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Storm Root Enemy. Oh le monde. Purée, c'est la guerre. Ouais, à un moment donné, ça se finisse là, parce que là, moi... When he picked up those 2 eliminations. 24, bien joué. Just 12 damage above the threshold. You hear duels close by. You can go for the pre-edits, you can go for the double pick. Ah, ils ont remarqué. But the closer you are, the riskier it is. Ideally, if you could just hit one shot with that sniper, it could be enough, or even just a few AR tags, as he does not want to risk it all yet. But as now the clock is ticking, 18 below. Ouais, c'est la zone qui les attaque. Storm arrive.
Past you, and you can see how active the lobby actually is right now. They're going above damage, below damage, players getting eliminated. There's so many different scenarios in which they're able to survive, but it's the patience that is the biggest key for them. They're not making any moves, they're not forcing themselves into any altercations, and now they're gonna live. Storm Surge deactivates, and they have a chance now that they're not forced to formulate a plan to figure out what is going to be next. The good news is they survived quite a lot of the Storm Surge, but the bad news is I don't see any shields, Jacob. No flow, very fizz, no minis, no bigs. All they have are med kits. I drop on the contrary.
Un replay. Ouh. Pas mal.
One knock, possibly 2 eliminations, and that's more enough to put you back in the game. Yep, that's huge. Those, not only the mats, but any utility that you're able to find on the ground as Lucy and Gabix, they're still threading the line of Storm Surge. You see him lining up shots, looking toward the black of zone.
Ah, c'est bon.
Almost was the receiving end of a couple nice, well played.
J'ai dévéqué ça. Chien. Excusez-moi les gars. Wesh mec, comment t'as rejoint mon groupe? Comment il a rejoint? Excusez-moi les gars.
Zone, this is the first moving zone where these duos have to figure out what is their game plan for the rotation. Who is the duo on top and high ground? How many players are going through mid-low? Is there that uncongested side that they can go through the edge of the zone
Shields on the rotate.
Seen a lot of players rotating early. Some don't have that luxury. They have to stagger themselves behind. As Nebs goes down, iDrop stuck by himself. He tries to make a play, but it gets taken down himself. Both of them are down and out of the lobby. Very few placement points here in game one. Aseti and Cammy, they had a slow start to the day yesterday, but if two-day events tell you anything, it's day two is where they set themselves on fire and really light up the scoreboard.
Vico at 3, Pink still up and running, and they're hungry for more. That's another one. 4 on the board now for Vico, but the rotation has to come through. Edge on the zone right now, group up and continue.
Yep, Floppers, Flowberry, plenty of shields to work with Pink and Vico. They're definitely setting themselves up right, especially with the material count. This is their play. As they go up a few layers, they typically start to look for high achievable, but it might be a little too high as Pablo, Wingu, and Bevies, they have it for now, but Chap and Connor...
32 encore? Ouais, ça prend trop longtemps.
Pablo and Bevies suppression, and now they're going to go to the front side of zone. I think for here and the rest of this game, they might have it solidified.
Bevies doing a great job of dropping down, connecting to the structures that have already been built on second, third height.
Oh, il a chopé par le callback.
Don't know where Flixie's at for now, but he's still staying alive. As soon as this duo can fully reunite, you see them slowly but surely waterfalling down, making sure that they have enough chance to grab any loot and then also not get shot down. Janice is playing this one perfect along with Flixie, but Pablo's going to be left by himself.
A lot of clouds in the sky with the amount of duos contesting the high ground. Now, Pablo Wingu all alone, trying to figure out what the game plan is. He has a good amount of materials, popping the medkit to get up to 200 effective HP and shield, but Cammy is going to go down, leaving it all up to Seti.
And that's the win condition right there. Medkits, floppers, he had everything in his inventory, and now it's getting passed around, but somebody enters the door.
Oh, c'est dommage.
That's Wox is going to take him down.
Marius continuing with the domination. One on the board, but now with only 300 materials, 22 builds to work with, he still has a bit of time, but only 13 duos up, 18 players. A quick refresh, this could be it. It's Khan right in front of him. He doesn't know he's just one shot away from being eliminated. Once this medkit gets used up, it could be time to strike.
I believe Marius might have saw him at the tail end, but he cannot go for the elimination. Yanis, Flixie, they're looking like smooth sailing on top of the mountain. And for Hawa and Vexy, the pain of yesterday. Second place multiple times, and now they're getting aggressed on, trying to not let that team into the box, but they're down just to the wood, easily breakable. And if anybody sees that, they see it as a sign of weakness.
As heal-offs, they need medkits. Benno has one, but in the middle of the chaos, Lobby looking electric as Vico picks up another 5 eliminations for Vico, continuing to take on more.
And those medkits change hands once more, but Vico just...
Oh, reste pas trop dans la zone, tu vas crever. Prends ton poisson, prends ton... Oh. Oui. 8 personnes. Je suis sûr que si cette équipe-là gagne. Bon, Lazen fait trop de dégâts. Sors de là, sors de là. Il va crever, il va crever. La chance, mais il est mort, le pauvre. Oh, ça peut parler. Lui, il a plus de conditions que l'autre. Non. Ça se joue en mid-kit. Oh, il a gagné. Wesh. Oh. Mamma mia.
Yeah, through the last 3 zones, it was a roller coaster. It was musical chairs at high ground. 4 different teams, maybe even more, had a claim for it, had a chance to take it, but it was Yanis and Flixie at the perfect moment. They snatched it away. And
un replay sur le gars. Oh là là. Le replay qui a rushé sur le gars. Oh, le génie. Et dommage, il est mort. Et ça se joue à 2 soins. Et il a survécu. Pour le coéquipier, je pense qu'il... Bah oui, il est mort de toute façon.
Another top 3 performance coming out of them. Incredible throughout the day. And they...
Ça, c'est encore... Mais je veux voir qu'est-ce qui s'est passé avec ça. Ah, je peux pas. Oh! J'ai compris la récompense, les gars. J'ai obtenu un identitac. Attendez, on va remettre sur Fortnite, les gars. Tac, voilà. Ouais, je suis en
La descente vitée, t'es pas foutu d'arrêter.